Very Cavallari is back for season 2, but someone may be missing this season. Tune in AfterBuzzers, and we're bringing back our special segment, Boss of the Week.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, AfterBuzzers. We are so excited to be bringing back Very Cavallari Season 2. I am Brittney Semanick, and I am returning from Season 1. Our whole panel couldn't be here today, but I would love to introduce to you this beautiful lady to my left.
Hi, my name's Angel Saunders, and it's my first time with Very Cavallari, and so yeah, it's my Season 1 for Season 2.
I am so excited to have you. I can't wait. There has already been so much that has happened that we're going to talk about.
Right.
I really don't even know where to begin, but we're going to start here.
Yeah.
And we are going to do our Boss of the Week, which was so much fun in Season 1 of our after show.
I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited, but no changing. Last time we kind of like would listen to each other's opinions, and then we would change our minds, but we just kind of have to go with our gut and say what we think.
We didn't tell each other who our bosses are.
Yes. No, we did not. So it's going to be a special surprise. And then somebody is leaving the show, maybe leaving Uncommon James. We'll find out more. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
Okay.
I never in a million years thought that Kristin Cavallari would be living the farm life.
Exactly. I mean, this is so different from the hills, Laguna Beach. She's in Nashville.
I know.
Nashville.
This is crazy. I totally pictured her as a Cali girl for the rest of her life, honestly.
Yeah. She's got chickens running around.
Chickens, hens, goats. We had a llama make a special appearance.
I honestly want to know, what do they do with these animals? Like the sheep, like are they shaving them and making like sweaters? Like the pigs that were running around, are they like making bacon? What do they do with the actual animals? I don't think Kristin eats bacon. She doesn't.
I don't think so either, but it's interesting. And they said the goat was kind of like having a dog.
Yeah, it was following the llama around. It was like a little puppy. It was cute.
That was cute. So we saw that Kristin Cavallari made a new friend, and this is Caroline, and it's Luke Bryan's wife.
Yeah.
And so basically they visited the farm, fell in love, and brought this llama over to try it out.
Right.
It was interesting to me that they never really followed up on whether or not they're going to keep the llama or not.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to?
I don't know. Maybe we need to stick around and see for next week's episode, because they left us hanging about what's going on with the llama. And I loved when Jay asked, like, what do llamas eat? And they're like, llama food.
Llama food. What in the heck is llama food? I really don't even know. I have no clue.
Right.
I don't
like,
know.
Do they eat hay? Like,
I had a guinea pig that would eat that Timothy hay. It's kind of like green, grassy hay, but I really don't know about a llama.
I've just had puppies. And we all know like what dog food is.
And I have kittens now, so I really have no idea. But it was just so interesting to see now that she's living this farm life. And she even said like #farm goals.
Yeah.
And I just never in a million years pictured that.
You know what we should do for next show?
What?
We should totally get one of the little goats and interview them, have them on the show, put it on the table.
Kristin Cavallari, can we have Pekka on, the llama?
Right.
Can we bring the llama into the studio?
But make sure you keep the muzzle on, because they do spit.
Oh,
they did
gosh.
keep the muzzle on this episode.
Oh,
I noticed that.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
He
didn't spit on Jay.
That is so crazy. Well, I don't know if our AfterBuzzers have llamas at home, but I know that you are tuning into our show. We have something to say.
Of course. So, hey, guys, before we move on to our next topic, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. And for us to continue to grow, we could really, really use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave a comment so that you can get involved in a conversation, and being a part of AfterBuzz means so much to us. That's why we truly appreciate your support, and don't forget to tell your friends and to keep enjoying our shows.
Yes, keep enjoying the show. Keep watching. We loved having you guys for season 1, so we hope we stick around for season 2, even though we're a whole new panel, but it's going to be super fun, super exciting, totally new and fresh things to talk about.
Right. I'm excited to meet the other girls.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a great time. The suspense is killing me. All right, speaking of the suspense killing me, I cannot believe somebody finally got let go from Uncommon James.
Yes. And they've been friends, so that makes it hard.
It was Shannon. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm in shock because we saw in season 1 that she messed up on so many occasions. From the biggest mess up was when they had the home goods launch, and she posted the link at 2 a.m. after drinking and didn't even try clicking the photos to see if it went to the link to make purchases.
That's the worst thing you could do. Try to do anything work related once alcohol is involved. Like, we saw Kristin was crying. Like, could you blame her?
No, not at all. I just cannot believe she finally did it. Did you think that she was going to fire her when she brought her in, or do you think it was going to be another slap on the wrist?
Honestly, I thought that maybe they would have talked it out when she came in, but the firing was coming because you can only defend someone for so long, and you have other employees that are looking like, well, how is she getting away with this?
Right.
Plus, your company is being sabotaged, so...
Well, the whole issue is they couldn't even have a conversation as adults because Shannon
wouldn't
wouldn't even
show
let...
up.
She wouldn't show up, but when she did show up, she wouldn't even let Kristin get 2 words in edgewise, which, like, Kristin went out to dinner with Jay and said it's so disrespectful, like, to not even let me finish my sentence and talk.
Yeah.
I'm your boss.
Yeah, I love how when she walked in for the meeting, after she had missed the first meeting, after she had missed calls, missed emails, she walks in and she looks fabulous. Hair's done, like, dress is cute, and she's just like, oh, hey, like, girl, where you been?
Yeah, not responding to emails, not responding to texts, phone calls, not showing up to the group meetings. Like, it's absolutely unacceptable.
It was ridiculous.
And here's what I think. I think that Shannon is really good at doing her social media, and when she gets her likes and her comments and her the way she benefits from it, and I'm sure she responds to her followers when they ask questions.
Right.
Just because you're really good at doing your own social media doesn't mean that you're going to excel and be really good at handling someone else's social media.
But I think that reason is because she just doesn't care. Just like Jay said, like, unfortunately, she didn't care enough, because if she can do it for herself, then, you know, you can answer the questions that the people are asking you in the comment section.
It was interesting to me that she said, well, I saw this coming. Like, Shannon said, I saw this coming. I knew this was going to happen. Well, it's like, then why did you wait around and not, like...
Or why didn't you do your job? Like, and she was like, this is human error. I don't understand. What? And then also she was like, on her way out, she's like, I hope you find someone who can do this job for you. It's a job.
Well, she said, well, not only did she say that, she said, I hope you can find someone who could do this job perfectly, which Kristin Cavallari wasn't looking for someone to do this job perfectly. She was looking for someone to do the job.
Yeah.
Do the job in general. And you didn't even deliver that.
Shannon was all checked out.
Oh, I agree. I mean, it was time to go. But my question is, do you think that we're going to see more of her this season, or do you think that this is it? She's gone.
I for sure think she's going to be back. Maybe even next episode. I mean, I don't think you give people a confessional for one episode.
Right.
Yeah, just like in the history of TV, if they get camera time enough for a confessional, I think that they'll be back.
I think she'll be back too, but I wonder if she'll be back trying to get her job back, or
right.
What are we going to see?
I don't think you're right about that. I think that when we see her next time, it'll probably be like in a casual, like, party setting or something like that. It won't be at Uncommon James.
I agree. I think they're going to be out one night, and some drama is going to ensue. Yeah. And if I had to guess, alcohol will be involved.
You know what? If you're right about that, we should take shots.
Oh, I love that. Drink of choice. What should we have? What should we have on deck?
I don't even know, honestly. We're gonna have to think about that.
I have an idea. Well, Kristin Cavallari said in the first season that she's a huge Casamigos fan, and I fell in love with her even more because of that. And I'm a huge Casamigos fan, so I think we should have the tequila on deck just in case.
Okay, sounds like a good choice for us.
I'm excited. I can't wait. So Shannon got let go, but here's the thing. How is Kristin Cavallari going to be able to replace her? Do you think she's going to be able to replace her?
I think that someone with Kristin Cavallari's name and, like, you know, fan base, not even just fan base, I think that she can for sure find someone who is qualified to do the job. Maybe even somebody who fits in. I know we saw on, like, the previews of the next episodes that she's not looking for people who can be friends. She wants someone who can do the job. I think she's going to find somebody who can do the job and get along with everybody.
I agree. I think the focus was so much on hiring people that she thought she she could trust and that she was close with, that she was friends with. And at the end of the day, like, she slowly started to see parts of her business crumble because of her decision.
You know, I had a friend who had a business, and that person hired friends and family, because when you're just starting out, you don't have the money all the time to like pay actual people to do it. And it was people who would like call off of work at the last minute because they're like, oh, whatever, that's my friend. But you don't do that to your friends.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's also why why would Kelly not be working for her if Kelly's such a good friend of hers? So, you know, it's a little telling. I feel like
mixing business and pleasure just doesn't work sometimes.
I agree. I don't know if it ever works.
Yeah.
But
tequila works.
Tequila does. Tequila always works. I think we should touch on how big Uncommon James has become. Like, it's actually common now. It is not an uncommon place, not an uncommon thing.
Too common.
It is too common. And we saw in season 1 that she was even selling out of, she had no merchandise at one point in time.
Yeah, she said she was selling air.
Yes. And she was selling air. And I have a friend who can back that up, who went to Uncommon James when she was in Nashville and was like, there was literally nothing you could purchase.
Yeah.
She said there was some things that said Uncommon James on it, but none of the stuff that she was advertising wasn't there. She just couldn't keep up.
I feel like it's also because of who she is, and there's like fans who have followed her for years because of the TV shows that she's been on, and she opens a store and they just want to go to the store and just like take pictures there and do social media there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm at Kristin's store. So I think that also played a part in it.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think about Kristin selling children's clothes now? So she said that she went from jewelry, and then she slowly introduced the home goods launch, which was last season. And now she's going to have Little James, I believe it was called.
Right. I think she's going to do really good at the children's clothing. She has 3 kids herself, so I can see her being, and they're young kids. They are the demographic of what she'd be selling. So I can see her being really hands-on with that. And it only makes sense to expand. You have, you know, the store that you have now plus the home goods. Why not?
I know. I wonder if she's going to sell any sort of like clothing or anything else. I think she has a few things, but she doesn't have a whole lot. I know. I think she mainly has a lot of jewelry in there, but it is interesting.
Yeah, what does she sell?
I mean, it feels like a smart business move to get women with children involved and bring them into the store and give them a reason to come to the store and sell the clothes. I wonder how it will do.
Yeah, or if she's gonna like expand the store. Like, are the kids' clothes going to be sold there, too? They're already running out of space.
They are clearly running out of space. It was funny that we joked about them, Kristin Cavallari pulling one of the workers aside in some sort of, like, back room that she claims is her office, which was a very crowded space.
Right. It's like the first room was their actual workspace that they just all have desks in. It's like if this was our office. And it's like, what do you just tell your employees, okay, I need this room to have a meeting. Please get up off your computer. And then next they were in like the box closet.
The box closet was hilarious.
Then it got even smaller because the other meeting was in her car.
In the car. Like, no.
So where's the next one going to be?
The day that I am holding like work-related meetings in my Toyota Corolla.
I have one of those.
I mean, I don't even have space for myself in that car, let alone to bring someone in and have a meeting. And I've got the McDonald's wrappers and who knows what else.
Yeah. What was the one's name? And she's like, you can trust me until you can't. Like,
Reagan.
Duh, Reagan.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she was sort of a box of rocks in season 1. And nothing's changed. You know, clearly, actually, nothing has changed because they asked her what has changed since season 1.
Nothing.
And she goes, literally nothing.
Yeah.
What did she say? I'm
with
engaged.
With a blank stare.
And she's not engaged. She's just like, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting. But I mean,
it's a little sad.
It is a little sad, but I think she probably just doesn't remember.
Yeah,
honestly.
maybe.
But it is insane to see that Uncommon James has gone from having 4 employees to 55 employees. Yeah. Like, of course they are running out of space.
Yeah, they need to upgrade quick or open maybe a second store, just like have an office like not campus, off-site.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did hear them mention that they were going to be moving into a warehouse, and I wonder what that's going to entail, if that's just going to be the space where they package things and keep things, and then they're still going to just have the store.
You need employee space.
Oh my gosh, yes. They need, like, where's the HR department? Like, Kristin Cavallari is a boss babe, but I must say, like, I'm a little disappointed that she doesn't have an office space with a door just for her.
She needs that.
Her private space.
She needs that. They all, well, not all of them, but definitely the heads of department.
Totally. And especially considering she's commuting an hour to work every day, she needs a place where she can
unwind.
Go.
I set my bag down. I'm like,
set her bag down, open the drawer, get the Casamigos out, and like do her thing in privacy, not in a closet hiding behind a box taking a shot.
They had martinis. Or like, did you see the little shaker
I did,
when Jay came?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is just too fun. But
yeah.
I can't wait to see if they move into a warehouse or how they're going to expand Common
well
James.
deserved.
It is definitely well deserved. So speaking of our updates, let's go ahead and touch on some news topics and see where Kristin Cavallari has been going since last season and find out what's new.
So far what's going on, we have Kristin Cavallari. She's actually suffering from FOMO. And do you want to know why she has this fear of missing out? It's actually because the Hills, they're supposed to be coming back, and Kristin can't do that. She's on E. The Hills is going to be on, I believe, MTV or, some competitor channel. So she can't do the reunion show with her friends. And I bet, that would be so nostalgic. So many people would tune in for that.
I agree. Part of me deep down is still thinking she might make a cameo appearance.
Right.
I'm going to hang on to that piece of hope.
I think that should be allowed. I've seen people from one network, occasionally be on other shows.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Unless it's something like in the contract, like I think if it's up to her, she'll make it happen.
Yeah,
We've seen all the things that she's made happen. So what else does she got?
So also, do you want to know how much money they make?
Ooh. Yes, I do.
All right. So let's talk net worth for a second. Jay.
I don't even know.
Well, let's start with Kristin.
Okay.
Because Jay makes more than her. They both make more than us, I assume. Definitely more than me. Kristin brings in a whopping $3.5 million.
I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be more.
Really?
I thought it would be more. I just feel like she has had so many successes, but I don't know why I thought it'd be a little more. But there's always that hidden money in the Swiss bank accounts that we don't know about.
Right. I was kind of shocked at that amount, but I mean, she's been doing this for a long time. She's got her successful business that they're clearly, always sold out of stuff or often sold out of stuff. But Jay, he makes $60 million. That's his net worth.
Unreal.
Yes.
Well, no wonder he's retired and doing nothing but swatting flies now.
Yeah, he's just walking around with the fly swatter.
Is it possible to even make any more money?
I don't know.
But that's really interesting, too, because he was asking Kristin at the beginning of tonight's episode for an allowance.
Why would he even do that? She makes way less than him, and he's retired. He's just living life. He's got all the money he needs.
Your allowance is your wife. She's a boss. She's badass. And she has had so many successes and keeps going. She doesn't stop. And to me, that's more valuable than any amount of money.
Honestly, I agree with that 100%. And I also agree with the next news topic that firing people makes Kristin sick. Well, it makes her feel sick because it's like, I don't know. I've never really had to let somebody go from anything, but I don't know. I feel like that's not an easy topic to have.
No.
But Shannon kind of was asking for it.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. I actually don't even know if she was asking for it. I think she was just waiting for it.
She was like, I'm going to do whatever.
Yeah, like she knew what was up when she came in Kristin's office. And she, of course, per usual, wanted to get the last word in. And Kristin wasn't having it. She was like, no.
Well, Kristin's store got the last word in when Shannon's shoe got stuck on the way out.
That was pretty funny. She's like, they need to get it together. Like, no, you need to get it together.
Yeah, definitely. Learn how to walk. Like, I'm sure you've been in this place many times.
Oh, totally.
Or maybe she hasn't. That's why she got
that's
fired.
Right. She doesn't even realize that she can't wear those kinds of shoes on the porch because she's never there. So she wouldn't know that they get stuck.
Good point.
Exactly. So I am super excited to get bossy and pick our bosses of the week. I'm so excited to bring back this segment.
Okay.
I had so much fun last season picking. Oh, here we go.
I'm bossy.
This is definitely a throwback. What year was this?
I think they said 2011. It's been almost a decade.
Almost a decade.
Wow.
Do we feel old right now or what?
Yes, I do. I remember when this song first came out, it was like on my MySpace.
I think it was on my Xanga. Could those have music? I can't even remember if they could.
I wasn't on it.
You were? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Angel, I am so excited. Who is your boss of the week and why?
Okay. Okay, so my boss of the week, I'm gonna try to say this with a straight face because I'm serious, is Pekka, the llama.
Oh my gosh.
Because, I mean, that, what is it, an alpaca or a llama? Why did they name it Pekka?
I don't know.
The
Pekka.
animal, I mean, it came in, it was bossing around a little goat. It had Jay being all like cuddly towards it, and he kind of liked it a little bit. And I mean, it was funny. It was funny. Yeah.
Part of me, in the back of my mind, at first when I saw the llama, I was like, this llama's gonna be my boss of the week. But I did change my mind. My boss of the week actually is Kristin Cavallari, and I know it feels like so cliche to pick her on the first episode, but
Yeah.
I think she has come such a long way from season 1. I felt like, in a way, her employees were sort of walking all over her. And
Yeah.
she felt a little scared to be upfront and honest. And she was petrified then to fire anybody. She didn't want to ruin friendships. And I think it was a little different, too, because the dynamic was a close group. There was only like 4 people working there. So, yeah, that's extremely awkward. If you fire one person, then the whole dynamic changes and it can get really catty. But here we have 55 employees now. And this one person who clearly is standing
doing
out.
whatever.
If you're standing out of 55 employees and you're not, it's obvious that you're not doing your job and you can't even cover it up with that many people working around you.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah, and I mean, that is a hard position to be in, especially when it's smaller, because it's like you seem bossy, but in a bad way. Like if you have to put your foot down, but it's also like, no, at the end of the day, this is a business.
Right.
So.
And it's different being a boss babe, like Kristin Cavallari, who fired her, and just being a bossy biatch.
Yeah.
Which is
and
what-
no one likes those.
There was just way too many problems with Shannon in the first season, and your job is social media, yet you can't deliver the social media.
And that's so easy. People are on Instagram, like Twitter, all day long. Like, even if you want to be on your own social media, they have the tab where you can just, like, click through. Like, you know, you can flip accounts or whatever.
Right.
All you have to do when you're done checking your likes, posting your pics, just switch to the other one.
It was also crazy to me that Kristin Cavallari brought up the fact that she hadn't replied to any customers' comments, and Shannon's response was, when was that post from? That photo was a throwback from a long time ago or whatever. So what does that mean?
If the question is new, then answer it.
It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
these are clearly, let's see, if they're customers that are asking you questions from a photo that was taken a year ago, clearly
Yeah.
they are your loyal customers, and you
Yeah.
should probably respond to them
And
before you lose them.
maybe they want to see, is that item ever going to be back in stock? Like, they want to make a purchase. They like you guys. So respect it.
Well, Shannon had to go, and this leads us into, will Shannon be back? And we have some predictions on the way here.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, so I personally think that, like we mentioned earlier, Shannon will be back. I
Yeah.
don't know if it will be any involvement with Uncommon James, but I do think she will reappear to stir the pot of drama this next season.
For sure, I agree with that 100%. And what if she even opens her own store?
I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, who would run her social media?
Yeah. It's going to be like a store of just Shannon products. I don't know. Shannon bobbleheads.
Shannon bobbleheads.
pictures.
I think I would buy a Shannon bobblehead. We could just plop it right here.
Yeah,
And just,
that would be a really nice prop.
that would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if we saw Worth at the beginning of the episode, and he was like, he was the hot boy that was on season 1, who we were all like, why is he working in this store? He's super rich, so well off.
Yeah.
They vacationed to his vacation home in Florida, the whole Very Cavallari team.
Yeah.
And we were just like, why is he here? He doesn't need to be here.
But now I think he's opening his own business next door. So
Yeah, with Tim McGraw.
Yeah,
And he's
that's-
opening a gym. I need to know who's running the social media of that
Are you
gym.
gonna apply?
I might creep on it a bunch and save a bunch of photos of Worth. I think he may have had a girlfriend, but I mean,
Let's
a lot
think
can
he's
change.
single now, yeah.
A lot can change in a year. I mean, we saw everybody and all the big changes.
Well, some of the girls came back and nothing changed.
Yeah, Reagan, nothing changed.
Right.
But we did see that Brittney and Stone, they started seeing a therapist to make their relationship work.
Yeah, almost let that go.
I know. Do you think it's gonna last?
I don't know. I'm interested in seeing how their life pans out on camera, because sometimes that can make things like a whole lot harder. You know, they both get a lot more popular, or it's more stressful to film. Like, so we'll see.
I mean, personally, I mean, we interviewed her. We had her on our show as a guest, and I loved her. She was so sweet. I just, from the get-go, I could not see them lasting. Like, I felt like, you know, he's older, and you think that would make him more mature and more supportive, but you had to hire a therapist to get your boyfriend to support you. Like, why wasn't he supporting you and pushing you from the beginning? Did he not want to see you excel and do better than him, or
some of these older guys, they are no better than the younger ones?
I wonder, like, is it a jealousy thing, do you think?
Maybe, because she's successful and she's like one of the characters on the show, and he's on the show because of her. So
but I mean, Kelly also is gorgeous, Kristen's best friend. She's successful, and she works in the country music industry. Why does she not have a boyfriend? Is this the same thing?
That's what Kristin was saying when they were at the house. That it intimidates guys, because not only is she gorgeous, but she's always traveling, and she's with all these stars. So that kind of, like, for a man, it's like, oh, you're at work at a party? Oh.
I don't know. It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if these men are just a little intimidated.
A little insecure.
Are they insecure? Do they not want to see the women have more success?
That may be a thing.
Do we think Kelly is going to find love during season 2?
Ooh, of course. I think so.
You think?
Yeah. I think something's going to spark.
I think so too, but I think in real life and not on a dating app. Yeah. I think she's the type of person who would win a guy over in person. And I think she's older and mature, and I don't think she has time for the games that are being played on the dating apps.
Yeah, I think real life is always better. It's more organic. Dating apps, it's just, I don't know.
The dating apps need to go. Yeah. But we will keep Instagram around, so you can follow us on Instagram, AfterBuzz TV, and be sure to follow me at FitBritLA_. I'm Brittney Semanick, and I can't wait to spend season 2 with you.
And my Instagram, where we can hang out, is at Angel Saunders, and I'm on there like 50 million times a day, so you know, just check in.
We're really excited. We'll see you guys next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.